Hey everybody, welcome to season 3 of the Hawkins Hellfire Collective. I'm Zach Grubb.
And Devin Grubb.
And today we are doing episode 1 of season 3. Suzie, do you copy?
Season 3, man. Just moving right along with this.
Yeah, so like, I have always said that this is my least favorite season of the show. And I'll be honest, there's a lot that I don't remember.
Yeah, I didn't remember a lot. There was a lot in just this episode that I had no recollection of except for like Mad Fat Dad Hopper, which we'll get into. But like, I feel like that's all that I really remembered from a lot of from season 3. And then, you know, the stuff with Billy being taken over and everything. But like, a lot of it was lost on me, I feel like.
Yeah, I feel like we're going to be talking about Mad Fat Dad Hopper in like every episode. Because I feel...
Mad Fat Dad Hopper is in every episode.
Yeah, I feel like they did my boy Hop real dirty this season. And we'll see if I'm remembering that correctly.
All right, so I guess let's jump right in.
Yeah, June 28th, 1984. Russian scientists are trying to open a portal to the Upside Down. And my very first question was, does this even make sense?
I just put arc reactor because the
does.
laser thing looks like an arc reactor.
Looks like an arc reactor.
Like, is this a Marvel movie?
Pretty close. I mean, I'm sitting there watching this and I'm like, so from what we know of the Upside Down, especially from season 4, does it really make any sense for them to be trying to open a portal in Russia? Like, as far as we know, the Upside Down, we don't know if it spans the entire world.
Oh, we don't. But I mean, I guess because think about the time period it's in. Like, there was with the US and Russia, it was always trying to like one up each other. So
I get that part. I'm just wondering if it would even make sense for the Upside Down to exist that far away from Hawkins.
Well, that's a big question that I have for going into season 5. Like, is this going to be just in Hawkins, or is it going to be, you know, a widespread thing? That doesn't really have anything to do with season 3 right now, but like, I don't know. I would assume, since it's another dimension, that it could be accessed from anywhere. If you know how to open a portal, if you know how to open a gate, then you can get to the Upside Down. It just, this also, I'm literally, these things are just coming to me right now. Like, I didn't write them down. Like, but the Upside Down somewhere else might just look like the barren wasteland Upside Down that Vecna originally came into, because what our theory is that
it's shaped after Will.
It's shaped after whatever was in it. So if, you know, if they are opening a portal to the Upside Down, it's just going to be that like red wasteland.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Although I am thinking now, like, are they even in Russia when they do that? I think they are. I think they came to Hawkins.
They came to Hawkins.
But at this point, I think they were in Russia.
Yeah, because at the end, so like, they're testing their laser or whatever, and you know, shit hits the fan. Their soldiers get like disintegrated and stuff, which you made a good point about how they explode.
The way they're burned up and explode is like exactly how Vecna burns when 11 sends him to when 11 sends Henry to the Upside Down.
Yeah.
Very intentional on their part. It has to be.
It has to.
I mean, obviously, it goes a step further. They like melt and get exploded, but the actual like CG shot of it happening to them is recreated in season 4 when they burn Henry.
Yeah. So you were saying like, what? Like, are they even in Russia? I think they're definitely in Russia. They're given a year.
Yeah.
And then it jumps to Hawkins in 1985, which is when the season takes place. But I know that they're in Russia because there's a specific Russian song that they use when they're in Russia, and it's the same song that's used in season 4 when we get to the gulag with Hopper.
That's a good point.
That's
and,
I'm thinking.
Oh man,
So like
I'm feeling silly now
when
too.
you hear that song, you're in Russia.
I'm feeling silly now too because I remember you saying that while we were watching, and while that song plays, they zoom out and they're like,
there's the
it's
flag.
snowing.
Yeah, it's snowing.
Yeah.
They're coming out of this like bunker
Yeah,
thing,
okay,
and
it's
there's the
definitely
Russian
Russia.
flag. Yeah,
But
that's okay.
To that point, we know they clearly succeed at some point because Russia has a Demogorgon.
Yep.
And Russia has a smoke monster.
Yep.
They have their own bit of the mind flayer.
And they're making demodogs, or trying to
Right.
make demodogs.
So again, another question that I came up with right here at the very beginning of season 3, it made me think, is that mind flayer that they have in season 4 the same one that we know, or are there more than one of these?
It's quite possible, because like I was just saying,
Yeah.
like you're gonna be like, if you open up a portal or a gate,
Yeah.
it's gonna be different wherever you're opening it up in. You know what I mean? At
Yep.
least that's so. Like when Henry/Vecna/1 got sent to the Upside Down, that was a Hawkins portal. That was a Hawkins gate. So that was the Hawkins Upside Down. But I would assume that there would be upside downs that you can access anywhere. Like it's probably like a general overarching upside down.
Right. It becomes like, hey, if the upside down is now fashioned to look like Hawkins, how far out does that go? Does that cover the whole world? Do we have an upside down that covers the whole world? Or
Right.
is there like a border somewhere?
Right. And you're going, okay, so this is the Hawkins upside down, and we crossed the border, and now we're in like,
Like,
the
well,
Chicago upside down.
We
Now
crossed,
we're in the Russian upside down.
we crossed the border and now we're in pre-Vecna upside down.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, because they would, if there's multiple upside downs, then other places wouldn't have a Vecna upside down because he's not there.
I'm thinking they're all probably the same place, but like
they're developed differently.
I
feel like that's the best way to.
I'm thinking of it like this: like if you went to the edge of if you went to the edge of a state. And it's like, hey, now I'm standing in, Pennsylvania and New Jersey at the same time.
Two places at once.
Right.
Yeah.
But, like, imagine that there's a strict dividing line where Hawkins ends and, like, the blue fadey background ends.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, if you look forward, you are seeing
that red
barren wasteland. Like, there's a hard dividing line,
Yeah.
That's my thought.
I feel like that's totally possible.
Could make for a really cool shot in season 5 if they reach like the edge,
right? Like if that's a thing, because I feel like it has to, especially with like the Russian stuff and them being or trying to like open their own portal. It has to extend more than just what we're seeing.
So, and with all of that, with the first theory of season 3
that we just formulated right now,
8 minutes into our first episode of season 3. My very next note is Fat Dad Hop.
So mine is Priya Ferguson gets billing because she's in the credits. She plays Erica. So that's just a little note that I wanted to put out.
Erica's a bigger character this season.
She is a much bigger character this season. Good for her.
Indeed.
But yeah, and then my next thing is Mad and Fat Hopper.
Yep. But what was even that scene? Was it just Mike and Eleven making out?
Mike and Eleven were making out, and he was watching TV, and he could like kind of hear them because the door was open 3 inches, and he was like eating chips and salsa angrily watching TV, and just like, and then he goes to open the door, and doesn't she like slam it? Because he peeks in, and she's like, ah. And then,
Then they're like reading comic books. What's up?
Right.
Yeah. And then we get our first shot of the mall.
Mall madness.
Pure 80s, mall.
So 80s. And then it's like we're led to believe that Hawkins is this small town and this mall is highly overpopulated.
But you know what? It actually makes sense though, because we know Hawkins is surrounded by a lot of other towns, and like all of the businesses in Hawkins are going out of business.
That's true.
So people are probably driving from all
over,
over to go to
yeah.
Starcourt Mall.
I mean, it's Hawkins, Indiana. It's the state of Indiana. Like, it's not like it's a small town in a state. So I'm assuming people are coming from, like, you know, other towns.
Yeah, I mean,
to check out this new mall, because we don't know if other malls have opened up in these other towns, but Hawkins got one.
Right,
so
Hawkins got a mall.
Let's go check it out.
It's like in the like 2000s when someone finally got an Apple store.
Mm-hmm.
How far would you drive to go to that Apple store?
Well, sometimes you had to drive pretty far.
Yeah,
if you had an iPhone.
That's what I'm saying. But yeah, so. Look, I was born in 1989, so I get to say that I'm an authority on the 80s, clearly.
Oh, yeah.
So, that whole year I spent, like, burping all over myself.
Right.
It qualified me to talk about,
80s
nostalgia. Having an older brother who was 5 in the 80s really helped me out there.
I mean, he's got more authority than you. But we get our first peek at Robin.
We do.
Because the kids come to Scoops Ahoy because Steve sneaks them into the movies.
Like a good big brother should.
Big brother. Apparently they've been doing this all summer based on Robin's reaction to them and Steve's reaction to them.
Yeah, I'm very interested in seeing if Robin's character gets lighter. Because I remember their storyline pretty well. And she's real harsh at the beginning for good reason. But Robin in season 3 and Robin in season 4 almost seem like two completely different characters. There's some scenes with just her and Steve where their friendship kind of develops a little bit more, and that's why I think she's a much softer character in season 4 because their relationship has evolved in what we haven't seen though. Totally, but like that cynical edge is like completely gone in season 4.
That's true.
Like she's much goofier, and I'm not saying that's a problem. I actually really like that character in season 4. I just think it's a little. I'm trying to see if I actually see hints of that character somewhere in season 3.
What, like the goofy Robin?
Yeah, like her goofier side. That is literally the only version of her we get in season 4.
I'm sure. I mean, we've only watched one episode so far, and you know.
I just know I've seen other fans saying like, what happened? Like this is a totally different person.
My brother.
Did he say that?
He was like, what happened to Robin in season 4? But so they go to the movies. Will brings the snacks. He's the snack man. And then there's a power outage.
During Day of the
Dead in all of Hawkins. And during this time, we go to like this like sewer bunker thing where the Mind Flayer's just hanging out.
He got through. Now, I made a note saying like, oh, the Mind Flayer got to Hawkins without a portal. How did he do that? If I'm remembering correctly, he did have a portal. The Russians opened one. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, no, like that's silly. Yeah, it's the Russians' fault that the Mind Flayer's been.
Yeah, but we don't know that yet.
Yeah.
So, you know, we're like, oh, how did it get there?
But like Will feels it.
I was just going to say this is because we were talking about this before in a couple episodes prior where we were like, you know, was it like, oh, Will can feel it and then nothing and then now he can feel it again in season 4. But no, like he immediately senses its presence in the theater. Like it zooms into like, you know, the back of his neck and he gets like the goosey pimples and he rubs his neck and that's how you know that he's aware. He's still kind of tied to it. He's still aware of its presence. And Mike is immediately worried about him. He is not a bad friend yet.
No, but I think that happens in this season.
Oh, him becoming a bad friend?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's some shit that happens in this episode that made me like, what the hell, Mike?
Oh, okay. So yes, but like also typical teenager shit.
Yeah, typical teenager shit, but he was a dick.
Yeah. So we get to see what Nancy and Jonathan are up to.
Nancy and Jonathan. And Joyce is clearly aware that Nancy's sleeping over, even though, like, Nancy is like...
She's trying to hide it.
jump out the window!
Yet Nancy's the one sneaking out of Jonathan's house. Very funny.
Yeah, and Joyce is like... She's just, like, talking to Jonathan like it's a normal morning, but she
I'm just happy
knows.
they're happy.
Yeah. return of Dusty Buns.
The return of Dusty Buns.
He comes back from camp.
Post summer camp comic book.
Post summer camp comic book. I wrote super strong 80s vibes. I don't.
Yeah, because when he gets back, like, there's all the toys, like the Star Wars toys and the robots.
Yeah.
Walking around, and, like, Elle's using her powers for fun, which is nice to see. And it's, very strong 80s vibes. Also, the short shorts.
Oh my god, and the jorts.
The jorts.
Will's rocking some jorts. Mike has, like, his aren't really shorts, but they're, like, pressed, like, khaki shorts that he's got his, like, polo shirt tucked into with a little belt.
Look, there's certain things about the 80s we all agree we never talk about. I'm pretty sure those pants are one of them.
But he uses his Farrah Fawcett spray for protection.
He sprays Lucas in the face with his Farrah Fawcett spray. Oh, poor Lucas.
Oh, man. And then we jump to the pool.
Mm-hmm.
Where you see all the horny moms who are all about Billy because they're unaware that he's a walking turd.
Yeah, and he's a total jerk to this kid
running. He publicly humiliated a kid just because he's fat.
Give Billy the slightest bit of power and it just goes to his head and he's going to be a complete piece of shit.
Oh, but he's hot, so it's okay. No, it's not. Anywho, we mentioned it earlier, but all the stores are going out of business because of the mall, and poor Joyce works at one of those stores.
Yes, she does.
Or hers doesn't have, like, a going out of business sign on it, but, like, everything in the store is, like, 50 to 70% off and on clearance and stuff. But she's still there working hard.
She is, and Hop is there unloading all of his parenting anxieties onto Joyce.
Because he doesn't know how to deal with a teenager.
No.
Please talk to my kid for me.
Yeah.
She writes him a script.
She basically writes him a script. I wrote down, it's like, the whole scene basically comes down to Hop telling her, like, can you please help me? I can't stay calm.
Right.
Not in those exact words. It's just fantastic. I don't know how to be calm when I'm angry.
Yeah.
So I really need help.
And he's always angry now.
He's always angry. Jonathan and Nancy walking to the Gazette. That answers our question from before about, like, we couldn't remember for the life of us what their arc was in this season. What their arc was,
yeah, but they work for the newspaper.
Yeah, and it's all about Nancy, like, becoming a reporter by really diving into what's going on in Hawkins.
Jonathan takes pictures, and she, they're both, like, interns, but they gave Jonathan a job, and she's kind of, like, their runner. Like, she has to go fetch coffees and bagels and stuff.
Typical, like, girl in the 80s trying to do a job well.
Right.
And the men in the room are like, little girl.
It's clearly, like, just that scene where she's giving them their coffee and breakfast or whatever.
Yeah.
It's all men at the table. There is not one female in that room of writers.
So I didn't end up doing it, obviously, but in college, I first went to school for journalism. That was my first major before I transferred.
Before you transferred, okay.
And, like, they straight up tell you, like, and this was in, what, 2012, 2010?
Wait,
2010.
No.
How old was I? I don't know.
So you're 2 years older than I am.
Yeah. And
you started at Chestnut Hill in 2009 when my friends and I would have been
So this
freshmen.
was 2008.
So it would have been 2007, 2008 when you were over at the other school.
I was straight up
We didn't go to college together, just putting that out there.
Okay. So I was straight up told in my journalism classes, like, journalism is a boys' club. This is in 2008.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, it's straight up about the connections that you get, and, like, you're almost exclusively going to be dealing with men most of the time. That has not changed, apparently.
See, I just got belittled emotionally in my classes all the time. I was a theater major.
I mean, no one... yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
I was just asked what I was trying to do to the other person at 9 a.m. I don't know. Talk to them?
So, I mean, hopefully journalism has gotten better.
Yeah.
From the articles I've read, it seems like it, but, who knows? I obviously, I didn't go that route. I'm sitting here talking about Stranger Things on a podcast.
Yeah, but you're like, you got a fancy pants job. You're good.
Okay.
We digress.
We digress.
Anywho, Dustin made a lot of cool shit at science camp. Unless
he
you
did.
had something else. No, you didn't.
No, yeah, Dustin made a lot of cool stuff at science camp, and he slyly slips into the conversation that he has a girlfriend now.
Yeah, because he made a giant like ham radio so that
Yep.
he could like talk to her long distance.
He's explaining to him, Will's like, so it's a ham radio, and he goes, it's the Cadillac of ham radios. Oh, and poor Steve. Steve's not cool anymore.
He's not cool anymore.
And it's very sad.
It's hard to watch.
It's really hard to watch. Again,
Like,
testament to Joe Keery's acting.
I get embarrassed for him. Like, I wrote down one of his one line. Though,
Take a ride on this ocean
guy,
of flavor with me.
He like screamed at these girls, "Ahoy, ladies!" And like, whoa. And then he goes, "Take a ride on this ocean of flavor with me. I'll be your captain." Like, dude.
But you know what? He delivers it with such confidence.
No, he's so. He takes off the hat because he's like, "Oh, well, my hair's
covering up my best
feature." No, dude, you've been hanging out with Dustin too long.
Yeah, you've been hanging out with Dustin too much.
Like, I'm ready for you to do at some of the ladies, like purr at them, like Dustin thinks is cool.
Yeah.
Oh man, poor Steve.
Short scene, but truly, truly heartbreaking.
Oh, it's all right though.
So then we get back to Hopper, and he really has a problem with Mike, and it's understandable because Mike is being a little shit.
Right.
We get to that later, but
yeah.
I still don't like how Hopper has such a huge issue with Mike, because they spent 2 seasons building a rapport, and they really do just kind of throw it away. Like, Hopper is the adult in the room.
Yeah.
He's been a teenager. He knows what teenagers are like, and I understand that the guy has anger issues, but, like, this isn't some random dude who started dating your daughter. Like,
you know this kid.
Not only do you know this kid, Elle and Mike have more history than you and Elle do.
Yeah.
And you know that.
My only thing in, I guess, in Hopper's defense is season 2 ends in the winter of 1984.
Yeah.
Season 3 picks up in the middle of summer of 1985. There's a lot of months in between.
Yeah.
That we don't really know what happens. So we don't know, like, has Mike been being a shit to Hopper from, like, January through to July? Because if that's the case, I could totally see Hopper being like, I thought you were cool, but you're kind of a jerk.
Well, let's roll this back for a second, though, because when Hopper is complaining to Joyce, he doesn't have anything bad to say about Mike's attitude.
That's true.
He really doesn't. He just doesn't like how much time they spend together. And, you know, we only see Mike being a little shit in this episode. And I feel like if that had happened previously, he would have been kicked out by now.
I was going to say, Hopper would have shot it down.
Yeah.
I mean, but maybe they have just been, like, in each other's company from January to
They
July.
probably have.
Right. And,
yeah.
I mean, I could see that getting a little annoying.
Totally.
And, like, have some breathing room. But again, it doesn't warrant the kind of reaction that Hopper is giving.
Yeah, not at all.
Like, it's
like,
an overreaction right
again,
now.
this is season 3 Hopper. This is part of the reason I really can't stand what they did with this character in season 3, because it's all of Hopper's most negative aspects turned up to 11.
Yeah.
And they hardcore course corrected that in season 4.
Yeah.
It bothers me that that's the direction they saw for that character.
Yeah, I agree.
So while they're on their way up to build the radio tower, some rats run by, and Will feels it.
Well, yeah, because only a couple rats go by, but then it cuts to, like, all of these rats coming, and Will feels it. He does the whole cut to him, like, rubbing the back of his neck. And you follow these rats, and I wrote something because it was a parallel. You follow these rats to that, like, sewer bunker where we saw the smoke earlier in the episode, and these rats are exploding from the inside out.
Popping.
They're like popping. And Vecna used to kill small animals, which is exactly what is happening here. Now, in this case, I think it's kind of like a feeding thing. Like it's feeding off of it so that it can be stronger because it was knocked down a peg last season. That's my take. Like it's feeding off of the rats to get more strength in order to, go into somebody.
I could see that. I felt like it was much more sinister. Like it was just, there aren't any people around for me to take over, so I'm gonna do this.
Kill some animals.
Yeah.
Well, if that is what Vecna / Henry / 1 practiced on before he started, he did it to his family. That's a good point.
Maybe it's a matter of practice.
He's out of practice.
Like
he hasn't done it in a while. Doesn't know if he still can. So practice on some rats, and then I'm gonna get this unassuming sleazy boy and take him over.
Clearly, Will managed to get rid of me. I need to work on this.
I need to work myself up because Will doesn't have any powers that we know of.
Yeah.
So it's not like Will was just a normal kid to Vecna, and he easily took him over, but was able to be defeated by him. So, he's out of touch, out of practice. Needs to get his strength back.
So maybe that's why we're going rat popping.
Yep.
And I think real quick we go back to the kids at the with the radio tower. Mm-hmm. Poor Dustin can't get Suzie to answer. And Will is just like, why couldn't we just go play D&D?
Right.
Like, poor kid.
And then he leaves and he's like, it's late. I gotta go home. Like, maybe we can play some D&D tomorrow. Like, that's all he wants to do. This poor kid has, like, missed out on so much, like, childhood fun that he used to have since, everything happened in season 1, and he just wants to have fun with his friends, and they don't want to.
Because his friends have been growing up while Will's been dealing with extreme trauma. Will has been
dealing with trauma, having to, like, go through all this stuff. And I don't want to say he's going through it alone, because he's not, but he is.
Who else could understand?
Nobody else can understand what he's gone through. And they're growing ahead of him, and he's trying to make up for lost time.
Yeah.
Throw him a bone, man.
Play
some D&D.
So I think for a short scene, we cut back to Joyce at home by herself, having a microwave dinner and just remembering spending time with Bob, and it's incredibly sad.
Yeah.
And I thought right there, like, they really do have a penchant for doing, for bringing people back from the previous season who they killed off.
Yeah, they love to do that.
Yeah, season 2, like season 3, they brought back Bob. Season 4, they brought back Billy. Mm-hmm. Season 5, they're going to bring back Eddie. I'm
going to get one scene. I'm going to get one damn scene.
You're going to get one scene.
The Duffers are going to be like, "Are you happy now?" And we're all going to be like, "No, but okay."
But fine.
But fine.
See, I literally only put that in here so you could.
I know.
You could, yeah.
But look at the Pyrex, because there's so much vintage Pyrex in the background, and I just want to have it all.
Yep.
I sell vintage. Sorry.
So
Hopper's on the struggle bus.
He tries to talk to Mike and 11, and he literally can't get the words out.
And Mike makes fun of him.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh, I think we're in trouble," which is like a totally innocuous thing for a 15-year-old to say.
But then doesn't he say something else? He's kind of
no. 11. He whispers something to 11.
Right. She
giggles.
Right. Instead of just like dropping it, he's like looking at Hopper and like talking to 11 clearly about Hopper, and she laughs, and it's like, I get it. It's a 14, 15-year-old thing, but it's also really disrespectful.
Totally.
And so Hopper kind of goes off after that.
Well, he's smart about it, though. He's like, "Something happened to your grandma. I got to take you home." And
Mike's like freaking out.
He's freaking out.
Like, did she fall again? Is it cancer? Is she sick?
Well, because there was a dropped plot line, wasn't there?
Yeah, I think so.
With one of his grandmothers dying.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's why this whole scene he was kind of like freaking out about it. And then he gets in the car and Hopper's like, nothing is wrong with your grandma. You're going home.
Like, here's how this is going to work.
Right.
Follow my rules and maybe I will allow you to keep seeing my daughter. Yeah. Just a really bad idea. Really, really, really bad way of handling that. But it was Hop.
Yeah. Mike could have been better.
We're starting to wind down on the episode now. We get a scene back with Dustin where he's still trying to get in touch with Suzie, and he intercepts signals from the Russians.
Yeah, he hears the Russian signal, which that, kicks off the plot for him this season.
Yeah, and then we go back to Billy, who has, in his mind, successfully seduced Mike's mom. And he's going to meet her at a hotel, which I don't believe she ever actually goes to.
No, because it seemed like it's shot. She was getting ready for it and everything, and she came down the stairs and she looked at Ted, and her daughter Holly was like sleeping on his lap, and like, yeah, she doesn't like Ted, but she loves her kids.
Yeah.
So like, I feel like that was kind of like your hint, like, she's not going to do this because she loves her actual family too much to, like, do something like that.
Yeah, she should still divorce Ted, but yeah.
Well, that's besides the point.
Yeah. Anyway, so he's on his way to a motel, and he's driving like an asshole, as he does.
But it's a rat. Doesn't a rat, like, run into his car or
it,
something?
like, flies at his windshield.
At his windshield. Well, because at this point, they're all, like, running and converging at the thing. So I think it was just, they were just on the same path. And it causes him to get into an accident into this the sewer bunker. It's not a sewer or a bunker.
Isn't it a lumber mill?
Yeah.
Very Twin Peaks.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a pretty good idea.
No, it's just because I just said that because it's a lumber mill.
No, I said who podcast idea. You wouldn't let me.
You want to talk about Twin Peaks?
No, my head would explode.
We could talk about Twin Peaks.
We could talk about Twin Peaks, but my head would explode.
You get some good guests to talk about Twin Peaks. No, we're gonna keep talking about Stranger Things.
Anywho, and he gets sucked down by
phrasing.
He gets pulled into the, like, hatch thing inside the
tentacle comes out and grabs him.
Yep, inside the lumber mill. Barb shot, you mentioned.
Yeah, the Barb shot. It's like the exact same shot of Barb being pulled down into the pool.
Barb being pulled into the pool, and it's him being pulled down into the basement, I guess, of this lumber mill.
And I just remember when we watched it for the first time, I do remember this. I remember thinking, yo, did Billy got? Please let him be got. Yeah. And he's not.
Yeah. Why couldn't I wrote, why couldn't Billy get got? That's my last note.
He did not get got. He's not got.
He did not get got. He did not. No. He did not get got.
No.
And it's a shame.
It is a shame. It's a crying shame. So, something else kind of bugged me about the end of this episode, and we talked about it a little bit afterwards.
Okay.
I felt...
okay, I know where you're going to go.
Yeah, I felt like the ending of the episode didn't linger at all. Mm-hmm. It flowed right into the next episode, and some of that is on the way Netflix does things, where you can literally just binge and, like, go to the next episode, and it'll happen automatically, and it's like going from one shot to the next. But I don't think there was another season of Stranger Things where I felt like the end of an episode wasn't the end of an episode.
It's almost like it's rushing you into the next one. Like, you have to watch the next one, even if you're not ready to watch the next one.
It's pushing it's pushing it very quickly. Mm-hmm. That scene happens, and then boom, the next episode starts. There we are. It's like the episode never ended.
Yeah, because we had talked about, like, you didn't even feel like the credits ran, and there were credits, but like with every other season, the credits are much more flowy. They're not.
You get some music.
There's some music, or some ominous tones.
It's just ominous tones. Bong, bong.
That's forgetting Sarah Marshall, for those of you who don't know. And with this one, it just kind of went like, credits, next episode.
Yeah. And like, maybe you could say that's just the Netflix thing. I feel like it was really, really noticeable.
Yeah, it was going really quickly. So even if you hit the, like, you know, how it says in the corner, like, play next episode, and you can, like, choose not to. Even if you chose not to, I still feel like it would have been like, boom, 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 done. Because they were moving pretty quickly.
Yeah, I'd want to see if it feels like that for the entire season.
Yeah.
But that, if it does, I could attribute that to why I don't remember much, because it really does feel like it's just flowing too quickly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then when it's flowing too quickly and you're binging it, you're really
only going to remember the highlight reel of the season, which is what I feel like I have.
Absolutely, because like I have like, you know, snippets of it in my head still from the first time we watched it, but there's a lot of details that I didn't remember. Like, honestly, I didn't even remember that Dustin made all that stuff. Like, I thought he was just trying to contact her from a radio. I completely forgot that he tried to do it in the beginning, that he, you know, intercepted the Russian thing. Like, that was lost on me. I didn't remember how they got involved in with the Russians or why. I just remembered that the Russians were holding camp in the mall.
Right.
You know, I didn't remember a lot of the bigger picture details.
Yeah, so I think I can safely say, hey, season 3, episode 1, you're still kind of my least favorite season right now.
Yeah.
Let's see if that changes. But yeah, I mean, I think for our purposes of, you know, watching every season and trying to figure out what the overall plan was, the intro to season 3 didn't really give us anything new to think about, aside from, you know, just how far does the upside down stretch?
Right, how far does the upside down stretch? And then, I mean, like the little things with like the rats and stuff.
Yeah.
Like things that we could tie into, like potentially tie or theorize about, given what we know about
season 4. Yeah. Little moments.
I mean, you wouldn't, if you hadn't watched season 4, you wouldn't put that together because you don't.
No.
You don't
well,
know.
I feel like a lot of the things we've pointed out in this podcast, if you had never watched season 4, you wouldn't.
Well, that's the whole point. You know, it's trying to tie together.
Right.
The seasons.
So we'll see if there's any more of that in season 3. I think season 3 is the big experiment, because I went into season 1 thinking there's no way they planned for this in season 1. And I went into season 2 thinking, I'm open to this. Let's see what was planned. Mm-hmm. And now I feel like I'm walking into season 3 a little more skeptical.
Yeah. Well, because, I mean, just from what I remember when we watched it the first time, it was a much more lighthearted season.
Until, like, the very end.
Until, like, the last few episodes. But it was more fun than everything else, so it was kind of like this weird season in the midst of everything else. So, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We'll see where this goes.
So, I mean, for our first episode of season 3 of the Hawkins Hellfire Collective, this is Zach Grubb
and Devin Grubb
signing off.
Dusty Buns gets it done.